Hello, hello, hello. In this video, I would like to talk about the energy of this month, the energy of Code 8, the energy of Saturn, because you probably noticed that this month has been pretty powerful. And I will explain you why it was so powerful, and I will share a few things for you to contemplate so the rest of the month you can navigate with the more clarity and you can really connect with this energy and just take only the best from it. Code 8 speaks the language of Saturn. Saturn is the planet that is known for power, it's known for big scale, it's known for karma. And that's why when we work with your date of birth, and if you have any number 8 in your date of birth, if you were born on the 8th, on the 17th, on the 26th, then definitely this is the code for you to work with and really, really build deeper connection with it. What areas or field you may feel stretch? Code 8 is all about power, as I said. And when it comes to power, we talk about prosperity, we talk about business. It's how we grow, how we evolve, how we communicate. So for that reason, perhaps you were able to either grow and receive new opportunities when it comes to business, when it comes to collaborations, when it comes to expanding what you're already doing, or you may receive certain lessons from Code 8 or from Saturn that is going to tell you exactly where you are not balanced, where you're not centered, where you're not fully integrated, humble, honest, and then we receive an opportunity to change it. Before we move on, I invite you to look back at the first 2 weeks of August and to see how was it for you. What was the overall ride? And now, since you are going to receive this information, the next 2 weeks, you can really ride this wave with clarity and dedication, and you can work with this planet, with this code, to really become better at what you want to do. Let's talk about Code 8 as a planet, which is a Saturn. Saturn, it's a cold planet. It's a dark planet. Many people, they are scared of this planet because it comes with these giant, huge rings. And when it comes closer to you, you feel this coldness. Planet Saturn reminds me of this huge, giant MRI machine that can scan you and can identify everything, what you think, what is your intention, who you were in the past life, if you have any karmic lessons, if there is something that you didn't do well in your past life. This is the energy, the archetype of Code 8 or Saturn. And that's why we have fear. Subconsciously, we have fear because we know that this energy is going to see all of us. But the idea is to know how to navigate these codes, how to navigate these months. And when you know, then you take their presence as an opportunity. I'll give you a few examples how Saturn works. First of all, Saturn can sense any fears that you have. If you have any fears, it means that there is something that is not fully aligned in you, something that blocks you from becoming greater, from being better, from being more aligned with your soul, with your integrity. And then if Saturn feels that you have fear, it will come closer. It's like, okay, MRI, I see something here. I'm going to go there. Because the role of the Saturn, the code 8, is to give us an opportunity to release it, to alchemize it. And this is the moment when we have an opportunity to free ourselves so we can move forward. Saturn, it's also a karmic planet. And when I say karmic planet, it tells us that Saturn, it will reflect you back things that you didn't do well in your past life. And when we work with your charts, when we do your readings, we can see it right away. What is the placement? Where exactly you have code 8? In my case, I have code 8 in my prosperity. In other words, this is how I make money. It means that in the past life, I didn't do something noble and graceful in terms of money. And I know it, I feel it, I see it. And this is the work that I'm doing. This is how code 8 is working with me. In your case, you might have this code in the position of your talents, or position how you relate with your ancestors, or how you relate when it comes to love or your body. The chart is huge. For that, we need to do calculations. If there is something that you didn't do well in your past life, Saturn will give us a certain situation where we will have to make a decision. And the decision that we will make, it will either be we're gonna go back to that old pattern, that karmic thing from our past life, so we can actually learn this lesson. Because when we do something that is not fully aligned with our soul, with our integrity, with humility, it's karma. We're gonna get back that seed that we planted in our past life. And then if we make a decision to go back to that old pattern, we're going to see that, well, that was not the best decision. It happened with me. Again, it was an investment, and I lost money, big amount. Karmic lesson. We're going to be facing with a certain situation. And as I said, we either go back to that old program, or we will have an opportunity to make another choice. And if we listen to our intuition, by making this new choice, it will rewire our karma. So we will alchemize the old, like negative karma, and we will alchemize it into positive karma, or something that will balance out that negative decision, action, whatever we did. And then let me tell you, how does it feel? Because it's about the feeling in your body. When we are being faced with a decision that we need to make, this new choice, new path, is usually something that feels scary because it's something new. We've never done it before. That's why we're scared, because we don't understand how it's going to be if we make a choice towards that decision. But the old one that comes from our past life, it feels familiar. But at the same time, when we make the decision to follow that past life karmic path, it feels as if we are shrinking. At least this is how I feel in my body. Your body shrinks. It feels like you are putting yourself in a cage by making this choice again. Because somewhere deep inside you know, and your soul knows, that this is not the right decision. Although it makes sense, although it's faster, it will bring you more results right away. But it's not aligned with integrity, with the purity, with grace. This is all the archetypes of Code 8. Code 8 is all about how honest you are. So here we are. We're giving these two options, opportunities to make a decision. And this is our power. This is our willpower, which path we're going to take. But Saturn or Code 8 is just here. It's just giving us an opportunity to alchemize, to even up things that we're still carrying from our past life. And for many of us, it has something to do with our prosperity. Because number 8, it's the number of prosperity. It's the number of money. It's the number of power. And it doesn't matter. Even if you don't have this number in your chart, it's still a collective energy. It means that we're all riding this energy. But for those of you who have this code in your date of birth, at least, it means that this is a very important time for you. This is your teacher right now. And what we can do is to really work with our teacher. We need to be humble enough. I know that we're all, some of us, we are so successful already, and we feel very powerful and like feels like, yeah, I nailed it. But listen, when Mr. Saturn comes in, or Code 8, it means that there is always something that can be improved. There's always something that can be fixed. That's why it's a big invitation to all of us to remember that I can be the teacher. I can be successful in so many things that I'm already doing, but also I'm a student. So this is how we treat the codes, the planets, the energies of the month when they show up. And this is how we get the best results. Because in order for us to become a teacher, we need to obey to the teacher. And it doesn't mean that we are playing a victim, or it's not that. It's about giving an opportunity to this energy to work with us, to come closer to us and help us to become greater, help us to become better. So this is the energy of this month. This is a very, very unique month. And every month, every code works as a certain milestone. It's like the ladder that we need to climb, and Code 8 is the one who's going to bring us to the next month, which is Code 9, September. And it's a different energy. It's a different teacher. It's Mars. So when we're conscious about how we navigate these codes, when we know the meaning of the codes, when we know our chart and date of birth, because our date of birth tells us everything that we need to know. How we make money, what talents do we have, our past life, karmic lessons, mistakes, who we are when it comes to the love relationships, our body, our health. It's, guys, it's incredible. So when we really step into us being responsible adults and we use these tools, we start working with these codes, we understand who we are, what blocks do we have, what numbers shape us, and how to work with these numbers. That's it. They call it like you kind of like go beyond the matrix, because in a way, yes, it's true. You go beyond the matrix because you receive the formula how to play within the matrix. And this is the beauty of karmic numerology. You go there, you get your formula, and then you go back into the matrix. But you play it in the most authentic way to you. Because the idea is to come back to the matrix to play the game. Not to go to La La Land. No, eventually we will all go back to that place where we're all one and we're source, and we all know that, and that's all good. But the idea is to learn how to be human beings, how to play your own game. And this is what karmic numerology can bring to you. And if any of you would like to know more about karmic numerology, you can check my website. You can check my Instagram. I have a lot of open resources in the form of PDF files, in the form of videos where I explain how to calculate your personal cycle of the month, where you receive newsletters every month where I share more about the codes and how to navigate them. And of course, for those of you who would like to receive your personal readings, you can reach out to me and we can calculate your beautiful chart and see what is your formula. So you can go back to the game and you can start playing the game. Because when you know your formula, it means that you can actually play. When you don't know your formula, it means that you feel as if you're a victim. You are the victim of matrix, but you are not. You are not. And your date of birth has this formula. That's it for today. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And listen, enjoy the rest of these 2 weeks and really, really embrace Code 8. Work with it. Just observe what is happening in your life. And if you would like to get some more support, please join my newsletters, where I will send you really, really valuable information how to navigate this month with more awareness. Thank you.